Now, I'm going to be showing you how to tie. This is a fly I fish a lot. Now, this is basically a Palomino Midge, but it's an all-round pattern. It's a fly that basically you can doctor, meaning you can trim away part of the body, you can mess about with it to get it to represent other types of other flies. It's obviously meant for a midge pattern, as a merger midge, but it could be easily a black gnat. You see the Grizzle hackle on it. It could be, as I say, quite a few flies on the water tied in different sizes. It's a very simple fly to tie, and as I say, it's certainly worth having a dozen in your box because you will use them up. Now, the hook I'm using, I'm going to use a size 16 short shank special. This one here, by Mill. They do a barbless version as well. There's other hooks that are very good for this. Thread I'm going to be using is the Unithread 80 in black. Again, it's up to yourself what thread you use. Now, it's quite simple. Start thread at the eye. I have waxed it, so I've got plenty of grip. Come down a couple of mil and come back up and stop about, say, a head length from the eye. Give yourself a wee bit of space. Now, some natural CDC. Just you want to use up your small feathers. I've got plenty of these really small feathers, and this is an ideal pattern. You could use these up. Now I'm going to put 3 on with the tips top of one another. Select them around about the same size. Just lay them on top of one another like that. They've got a natural curve. So I like the curve to come up and away from the hook, so the underside of the feather is on the top. Just pull the fibres together. Now, when you tie this forward, now you're looking round about the length of the hook, at least the length of the hook tied forward. Give yourself the option of trimming it, so you can trim CDC and it still works. You see how it curves away from the hook. Then I usually like to come in from the back, slight angled cut, so it tapers towards the area where we tie in the body. Again, a wee bit of wax on my thread here. Body is a Veniard Easy Dub Micro Chenille. This one here in black. Now it comes in many colours. I like this chenille for the kind of Palomino Midge. It's a great thickness. Now all I'm going to do here is just use a lighter. Just melt the very end. Just to get a slight taper in it. You don't want to go too far up. You want to destroy the material. Length, like just slightly longer than the hook. So looking at that length, something that then again you could always trim it back if it's too long on the water. So catch it on the top. Just check the length here again. It's going to come back in a wee bit. It's just a tad long. Get it to sit the way you want. That's fine. Trimming this away. Again, a wee bit of wax, make sure this is tied on, don't want it pulling out. Hackle, I'm using a Grizzle cock. This is just a cock net I've got. I'm using up with small hackles at the bottom. Take away the fluff. Now I'm going to tie it with the underside facing myself. So 2 or 3 turns to catch in stem, trim away the waste. Use some fine Peacock Herl, some natural Peacock Herl here. Single strand, but I'm going to catch it right in the centre because I'm going to double up on it. So 2 turns, fold it back so there's the 2 ends, so I've doubled it up. Thread to the front and then wind on for your thorax. A couple of turns to catch it in. Trim away the waste, there we go. Hackle pliers, you'll see the winding the hackle much easier if I do that. Now you want to turn at the back and then space your turns out as you wind through the thorax. Don't worry if that happens, just go back. Sometimes the tips break and don't worry about it and then you can just wind. What I like to do is just run my thread up slightly and back through the thorax, break the tip off. Now at this point always keep the thread tight, don't let the thread go. Bring the thread to the front, a couple of turns, come in and whip finish. 2, 3, 4. Now it's not a fussy fly, it's not one of these flies that proportionally, I mean you want it obviously reasonably good, like, but you can get away with exaggerating things. As I say, you can always trim bits off. I like to have the option of either trimming the body back if I want. You don't normally trim away the hackle underneath, but you can. You could reduce the length of the wing, you could trim it back a wee bit, but it could, as this fly would represent midge, canis, gnats. So as I say, it's an all-round wee pattern. It's a great wee fly to actually to have in your box and fish with, and the fish really like them, so certainly worth having a few, as I say.